And we have big breaking news coming in from France. There is a protest underway in many cities of France. It's called Bloquons tout, which means block everything. The intention is to bring the country to a standstill. The extreme left-wing people, the people who follow that ideology, are on the streets of Paris and many other cities like Marseille, and they are trying to tell the government that they are not happy with their policy. And these protests are now intensifying in France. Violent far-left extremists have launched these major riots in many cities of France. Joining us now is India Today Global's Pranay Upadhyay. Pranay, do tell us, what is the situation in different cities of France right now?
200 people have been arrested and detained by the security forces of France in various cities, including the capital city of Paris, because the large volume or large number of protests are being seen in the Paris city. As you rightly pointed out, that's block out everything. This is the name given to this protest, which was well announced, in advance. It was announced by the left ideology pursuing people there, and this is largely to do with the fiscal management of France. France's economy is reeling through pressure, and there is a lot of pressure on President Emmanuel Macron. There is also a slugfest in the French Parliament, because we have seen the steep political divide due to which the France has to lose its fourth prime minister in short period of time. In last 3 years, this has been the fourth prime minister who has recently had to resign because he lost the confidence vote. President Emmanuel Macron and his government is facing the pressure because of the fiscal management. On one side, the European economy is facing through a lot of challenges. France and Germany are the two leading economies, and on the other side, when French President Emmanuel Macron and his government tried, implementing some of the changes, some of the policy reforms, the people are resisting to it in terms of the benefits which are being doled out by the French economy to the larger, the people there, and those who are protesting are resisting those changes.
Right. Pranay, as you're pointing out, if you look at the EU, France has the largest fiscal deficit. It is the most debt-ridden of all the countries. So what has been the act of the government in terms of trying to patch it? Because Macron seems to be losing popularity, even though he won a second term in just 2022.
You're absolutely right, Anjali. And since then, because on one side, there are issues related to immigration policy. There are certain issues related to the fiscal management, because in last few years, there has been changes in terms of the fiscal management of the French economy, in terms of the cut down on the social benefits. France and largely, if you see the EU policies in European Union, there are high taxes, but in return of those high taxes, people get a lot of social security benefits. But of late, the French government have been trying to cut down on those benefits. A few years ago, we have seen like a large number of widespread protests in France, and we have seen in the past that how the French protests have actually spiraled and how it became violent when people were protesting in terms of their social security cut downs. This is also being seen in continuation of those reforms as well, and the resistance from part of these organizations. Largely the opposition parties are also kind of supporting this kind of block out everything protest, though the political parties and the groups which are holding these protests, they have announced it, and there are forces on ground to contain the situation. So far the situation is tense in Paris and various other cities also, because it was a nationwide protest. And now the situation is that around 200 people have been arrested by the authorities.
Right. Thank you, Pranay, for all those details. And interestingly, this is also a protest where call was made through social media for people to come out onto the streets.